Have you ever been caught screaming the lyrics to a song only to realize you've been singing the wrong lyrics the entire time? Well, don't worry, you're not alone. From Starbucks lovers to Concrete Jungle Wet Dream Tomato, we've all done it. But why do our brains make up lyrics that don't even exist? Today, we're going to dive into the psychology of misheard lyrics, why we do it, what it says about our brains, and why it actually makes music way more fun. We all have that one friend who sings their heart out to a song at a party, and it's pretty obvious that they don't know any of the words at all. You may even be one of those friends who just sing whatever words come to mind. And hey, there's nothing wrong with that, but I am side-eyeing you just a little bit. Like, remember in 2014 when Taylor Swift released Blank Space and everyone thought the words were "got a long list of Starbucks lovers"?
Got a lonely Starbucks lovers. They'll tell you I was saying, whatever it was, I was saying something about Starbucks.
But the lyrics were actually got a long list of ex-lovers. Or also during the Musical.ly era when everyone was singing Empire State of Mind and they were saying Concrete Jungle Wet Dream Tomato. Now, I don't know where that came from, but the words actually are Concrete Jungle Where Dreams Are Made Of, and I hope most people know that and don't think that Wet Dream Tomato is the actual lyric, but I wouldn't even be surprised. I also remember around 2016 when me and my cousins were having a debate on whether in the song Mask Off by Future, if it was chase a chick or chase a check. And honestly, I still don't know what the actual answer is, but I kind of flip-flop depending on the day. Hey guys, my name is Maddie, and this is my cave. Welcome back to another video. Today I want to discuss why our brains fill in the blanks for lyrics that we don't really know. I think that this is something that everyone can relate to. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. All the chapters will be listed in the description down below, as always. I've been trying to hold myself accountable for our 90-day challenge where I post once a week. So this is the first video of that. So I'm gonna try to stick to my promises, but without further ado, let's go straight into the video. Chapter 1, the psychology of pretending we know the lyrics. Now, I know I just gave you guys the side eye, but I am no exception to not knowing the lyrics to a song and singing it anyways. I got this video idea because I was listening to In For It by Tory Lanez. Okay, please don't cancel me, don't cancel me. There's a lyric that says, might drop a 10 and a 4, which refers to him dropping 4 ounces of lean in 10 liters of Sprite, according to Genius. And initially, I think I was singing the lyrics correctly, but I didn't really know what that meant. So I decided to switch it up anyway. So I changed the lyrics into might drive 110 in a 40, like driving 110 miles per hour in a 40 mile per hour lane. And if you guys have heard the song, I feel like that makes a little more sense than the drug stuff. Oh, I don't know if I can say that, but then the other stuff that he does actually say, I think that's more fitting. And I continue to sing those lyrics because that's just a song that you drive to, and it just makes sense. So why do our brains invent lyrics instead of admitting that we don't know them? Psychologically, humans will conform and change their behaviors to fit in. We literally fake it until we make it. We all know that. Instead of staying up memorizing lyrics to songs, we choose to pretend that we know them and just spit out some mumbo jumbo in hopes that no one calls us out.
Gimme a slam after slim night. See the pop down at time top and don't tell.
How many times have you heard the beginning of a song that you like and scream like, oh my god, this is my song, I love this song, and you completely butcher the lyrics because I have. For me, it's happened way too many times to count. But I think one of the best feelings is when you're like with your friends and then you realize they also don't know the lyrics either. So you're like, wait, I've been singing this wrong, like I don't actually know the lyrics. I feel like that builds some stronger bonds. Chapter 2, how the brain actually hears music. When you hear a song for the first time, are you focusing on the lyrics Or are you focusing on the beat and the actual tune of the song? How often do you hum over lyrics of songs that you've heard hundreds of times? Scientifically, our brain prioritizes rhythm and melody over words, especially when we listen to music casually. And this is when phonetic guessing comes in. This phenomenon is when we fill in unclear sounds with whatever makes sense linguistically or matches the rhythm of what we're listening to. Even think back to 2018 when everyone was talking about, do you hear Yanny or do you hear Laurel?
Laurel, 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 Laurel.
I remember the exact night that I heard that. I don't know what app I was on. It had to have been Instagram or maybe even, I don't think I was on TikTok, so I don't know, but I was listening to that video for 2 hours straight on a school night. I was in like 8th grade, and the only thing I heard was Laurel. I could not hear Yanny at all. At all. And I was like, is this one big prank? Like, is everyone who's saying they hear Yanny, are they playing a prank on me? But then the next day, my mom turned on the news and they were talking about it, and the first thing I heard was Yanny. And I feel like I even trick myself, like when I say Yanny. Like I could hear the Laurel. I could hear it. I could hear it. This is a slightly different phenomenon where the Yanny and Laurel debate is an auditory illusion caused by an acoustically ambiguous sound that is interpreted differently by individuals based on sound frequencies. The original audio contains the frequency for both words, and listeners perceive Laurel when their brain focuses on the lower frequencies and focuses on Yanny when their brain focuses on the higher frequencies. Our brains literally edit sound based on what they expect to hear. Another example of this is when Brainstorm and Green Needle came out, and I think even to this day, the only thing that I could hear was Brain Needle. I don't think I've ever heard both of the words separately. While we're still on this topic, the dress was black and blue. That's scientifically proven. Like, that's literally proven. And I don't know how any of you guys saw white. Like, gold, I could give you a pass because the black wasn't really black. But white, there was no white. You're just visually impaired. And if you are, I'm sorry. But for everyone who's not, where was the white at?
But I cannot see, I'm legally blind.
But that's off topic. Mishearing lyrics has been done so much that there's actually a term for it. It's called mondegreen. This is defined as a misunderstood or misinterpreted word or phrase resulting from a mishearing of the lyrics of a song. It's sometimes referred as the mondegreen effect. This phenomenon was named by writer Sylvia Wright in 1954 after she recalled mishearing the lyrics to a Scottish ballad when she was a child. She heard Lady Mondegreen instead of the actual words, which were laid him on the green. So I guess she was just like us. When we hear songs for the first time, we usually can't see the artist's lips move like we can when we have a conversation in real life. I think this is also a piece of a reason why we need captions when watching Netflix, because the volume varies so much that in one scene it could be screaming at you, and in the next scene the people are just whispering. And then also, why are Netflix shows so dark now? Why are they so dark? I can't see anything. So of course, if I can't see the actor's lips, and then I can't comprehend what they're saying, so then I need captions. And now my parents just think I'm crazy and auditorily impaired. Thanks, Netflix. Psychologically, our brains use top-down processing, which means that your brain is using prior knowledge, expectations, and context to make sense of ambiguous sounds. When a clear perception is difficult, it creates a version that makes sense to you, sometimes by improvising. This often happens because the artist is speaking too fast, not enunciating their words, hence blending their words together, or because the reverb or the mixing of instruments makes it hard for listeners to hear what the artist is actually saying. This usually causes our brain to fill in the gaps with words that we already know and make assumptions with words that we think are similar, even if that results in the phrase being nonsensical or just a bit funny, like Starbucks Lovers. One funny example of this song is for the song O Fortuna, which is a Latin song from the 13th century by Karl Orff. Years ago, there was a parody where this YouTuber just made a bunch of lyrics that sounded similar, and I can't play it, so I'll list it down in the description, but it's really funny and nonsensical, to say the least. Chapter 3. Why we stick with the wrong lyrics. When we listen to a song the first few times, we just want to stay in the flow of the music by being sucked in by the melodies and all the colorful sounds that we hear, in addition to the lyrics that we actually can make out. The moment we realize we don't understand the lyrics, going to Google them just brings us out of the immersion and the experience of actually listening to the songs itself, especially when the lyrics aren't readily available, like on Spotify when you scroll down and you can see the lyrics from the Genius lyrics. Over time, we gain what is called a familiarity bias, where we tend to stick with the lyrics that we've made up over the actual lyrics, even if we've learned what the actual lyrics are, especially if we've been singing them wrong for years. Our brain reinforces the wrong lyrics, making us not care if we sing it wrong, even if others tell us that we're singing it wrong. I also think there's this collective sense of community when either everyone knows the lyrics to a song or no one really knows the lyrics and everyone's just vibing to the beat anyway. But on the flip side, being the only one that doesn't know the lyrics can be a little bit awkward. Especially if you're at like a concert or something. I doubt you want to say Starbucks lovers around Taylor Swift fans because they can be aggressive. You might get jumped. Like, I go to a PWI, a predominantly white college, so I never had to learn the full lyrics of Dreams and Nightmares by Meek Mill, and I don't foresee myself doing that anytime soon, but I also don't know the lyrics fully to Sweet Caroline, so I might get attacked for that. But I've been good so far. I just kind of, Sweet Caroline. Yeah, you just have to smile and vibe out anyway, but I do know most of the lyrics to Mr. Brightside, so I have that going for me at least. Overall, music activates our emotional memories, not our factual memories. So usually we remember the feelings and the harmonies of songs, not really the lyrics. But obviously there are a few exceptions. But ultimately, this is the beauty of human error. Imperfection helps make us a little unique and a little bit silly. And like I said, as long as you know the lyrics to a concert that you're going to, I think you're good. You can stick with your Concrete Jungle by Dream Tomato and I think you'll be fine. Just don't say that in front of Alicia Keys and Kanye. No telling what they could do. No telling what they'll do to you. You might want to practice beforehand. But that's all that I have for you guys today. I hope you guys really enjoyed today's video. I'll leave you with a few questions. What lyrics have you recently learned that you've been saying wrong? What songs do you know word for word that people often mess up and it just angers you? And when you don't know the words to a song, do you look them up or do you just vibe and pretend like you know the lyrics? Let me know down in the comments below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and let me know what you guys want to see next. This was a fun video to film, and I hope you guys came out of this learning something new, because I definitely did. Have a great night, great day, great evening, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.